Hey everyone, I'm finally back. After a long hiatus, I have returned. It's probably been about a month, maybe a month and a half. But I'm back in my actual home, got everything set up again, and just wanted to give you guys a good update on what I've been doing. Sadly, it's probably not as much as many of you are probably thinking, but the holiday season has kind of slowed everyone down, and the new year brings in a whole bunch of time occupying things. So, anyways, I've kind of decided I'm going to switch to weekly updates. I know I've been gone for a month and a half, but I'm going to switch to weekly updates, and those are going to be posted on Sundays. So, I'm going to try to do every Sunday, but if not, then I will be able to do every other Sunday. So, I think that'll give me a good kind of schedule and kind of work towards that day as far as what I'm working on and kind of taking pictures and stuff. I'd also like to bring up kind of my production level as far as video quality. Um, I think that'll be fun for me and a little bit challenging, so I look forward to that. Anyways, let's get on to what I've been working on. So, it goes back to Christmas. What I got for Christmas, my Christmas haul. I got a box of Warlord French as well as a box of Warlord Prussians. Uh, then I also got a cool Perry Miniatures coffee mug that they had just released kind of recently, actually. So that was kind of cool. Had a great Christmas. Good to bring the family all together. Uh, and a good New Year. So hopefully that's the same for all you guys. But of course, what you guys all come here for, not for me to ramble, but what I've been doing. So I've been working on a few different things: uh, French, Prussian, and a little bit of Swiss. Uh, I haven't gotten a full regiment of any done, but I have kind of been running some test figures. I've kind of slowed down my painting. It's been kind of fun just to focus on figures a little bit more individually rather than pump out, a whole regiment, a battalion of them. So, yeah, I've been working on French. As you can see, only 8 figures done. I'm not even sure if you guys have seen 4 of these, but you might have the Voltigeurs. Uh, but yeah, I got 4 more done here. Those were real fun to paint. The blue has always been a challenge for me, but I think that turned out pretty well. Now that I have these as kind of the test figures or the model figures done, I should be able to get the others done a lot quicker. So, uh, yeah. I also finished a lone French drummer. I have a picture that was kind of my inspiration of him. I just really love the red with the tall plume. So that was really fun to paint. These are all Warlord games. And then for the Swiss, so like I had said, I got a Warlord Games French infantry box for Christmas. And rather than doing a second battalion of French, I decided I'm going to paint the Swiss. So here's a lone grenadier. Uh, the reason I picked them, well, actually, this is a specific unit called the Neuchâtel, or sorry, the Neuchâtel. I went on Google Translate, and I guess that's the correct pronunciation. It's actually pronounced Neuchâtel, and I guess that's the I just really love the colors of these. I saw a picture of a reenactor with his it's kind of a golden mustard. I believe they're called the canaries, which is a yellow bird, I believe. But yeah, I saw the picture of the reenactor and I was just blown away by the color of it. It's just such a beautiful color. I'm going to paint them up. So, uh, only have the Grenadier done. I have a few more figures, about half done. But again, I jump around a lot, so I'll have to come back to those. I understand the shackle plate should not be on the Grenadier's bearskin. I believe that's what it's called, bearskin. Uh, but I didn't want to do too much work on them. I know I could have shaved it down and used some green stuff to make it all well again, but I decided I'd just leave it at that. So, and finally, as far as on the desk goes, Prussians. So I got a box of these for Christmas. the Landwehr. So these guys are kind of hated on as far as from Warlord Games. I know they had kind of dumbed down their set of these. These are all very basic kind of poses, not too much variety. But I actually really like them. Maybe it is because it's a simpler figure in the Napoleonic time, but I really enjoyed painting these. I like the blue. I think I made it a little bright, but if it's going to go on the gaming table, it might be nice to have that contrast to the eye. And these were the Silesian, all the above. But so yeah, I got 4 of these done, as you can see. 3 with the caps on, and then 1 with a bandage over his left eye. Hopefully the injury's not too bad, but it's bleeding pretty good. So anyways, moving on from figures, the next thing I've been working on is flags. I've decided I'm going to just start painting my own flags, or making them rather. I'm going to throw some pictures up of those, but I hand painted two flags. The British 33rd 1st Yorkshire West Riding. It's a long name. 33rd British. I'm just going to say that. And then for the French, it was the 8th Regiment with the 1804 pattern flag. These are just out of paper with some aluminum foil in the middle. Just decided to hand paint them. I kind of trace them out and hand paint them. I do it off of the guides that come in the boxes that we already buy, so I just kind of copied it from there. I had a good scale model to reference from. So the video cut out, so I had to create another one to go alongside what I already had. But so the final flag was the Prussian flag, and rather than hand paint it, I decided I would go on the computer and try making it. So I went on just a simple application, Microsoft Paint, and I sketched it out and filled it in, and added some brighter colors and darker colors to add the shades as the wind blows the flag. But it turned out pretty good. Just used my home printer to print it out, and then I went ahead and attached it for that the flag bearer for the Prussians. So just another way to do the flag, and just kind of fun to mess around with those. But besides that's kind of it. Like I said, hadn't had a lot of time to work on things, but have been able to get a few things done. So I'm going to be trying to release videos on a weekly basis on Sundays. If I can't get to that, it'll be bi-weekly. But I'm thinking I could do it. It won't be as long as this one, but this was kind of long overdue, as it's been probably a month and a half. Besides the workbench and videos, I want to highlight someone that you guys may know about, especially if you're in the Facebook group called the Napoleonic Wargamer. His name is Steve Walsh. This is kind of going back to the flags, but he's in the community. He hand paints flags, and he had kind of inspired me to start my own, or at least attempt it. And his work is phenomenal. But him and I were chatting about it, and he actually uses aluminum foil rather than paper. I use aluminum foil in the middle, or he uses aluminum tape, I believe it's called. I use aluminum foil between my 2 paper layers to add structure, but he paints right on the foil, and he said he'd send me some, and I actually got the package not long ago. So big thank you to you, Steve. I really appreciate it. It's pretty cool to receive something like that from the community, just out of the goodness of your heart. So big kudos to him. And if you're not in the Napoleonic Wargamer group on Facebook, I highly recommend it. And then final thing, I've kind of been wanting to do like a paint and chat. I know some of you already do, and I think it'd be cool to get that going, maybe just once a week at night for even an hour or so. But I know a lot of us paint as we listen and watch videos, so why not just get some people together and do it real time? So if anyone has any real interest in that, maybe I'll kind of try to pool everyone together if there is interest in it, and then we can see what works for everyone. So again, thanks for coming in and watching the video. I'll be here next week Sunday, hopefully, but until then, thanks guys.